Right. In this case, we are not just factorizing, we are solving the equation. That is, after factorizing it, we are to resolve it. We are to solve the equation and get the value of x, like we did in the simpler one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, the, the first step is to find the product of coefficient of x and C. This coefficient of x and this is C. So when you multiply 4 and minus 5, what will you have?
Minus 20.
That will be minus 20. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we now look for the factors of minus 20 that you can add together that will give you minus 19. Factors of minus 20 that you can add together that will give you minus 19. What are they?
Uh, um, Wait. Factors that will give me minus 19. So if
Yes,
I'm
factors of minus 20 that will give you minus 19 when you add them together.
10 and I don't know any other factor that gets me that.
Okay. What are the factors of 20? Let's look at it from that
1
angle.
and 20, 2 and
Factors of
10.
20, 1 times 20, okay. Factors of minus 20 may be minus 1 times 20, okay. We can have a 1 multiplied by minus 20 also, right?
Yeah.
Which other factor do we have?
4 and 5.
Okay. Now, with this one, we have the factor that we're looking for, but we can say minus 4 times 5 or 4 multiplied by minus 5. Even though we have a factor, this is what we are looking for.
Yeah.
1 times minus 20 will give you minus 20, and 1 plus minus 20 will give you minus 19, right?
Yeah.
So this is the factor we are looking for, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we are going to replace that minus 19 in that equation with plus 1 and minus 20x. So let's bring it down. So we are going to have, therefore, our equation becomes 4x squared. Now, this time around, we're going to have minus 20x and plus x minus 5 equal to 0. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. From there, we can continue. Let me just write only that factor so that our work will be very neat. We have 1 multiplied by minus 20. That's the factor we are using. Okay. Now, we look at what is common to this side and what is common to this side, like we did in the first example. So what is common to this first side?
4.
Only 4.
4. Yeah, I think only 4. Wait.
It's going to be 4x because we have x
Oh,
on
4x.
both.
Okay, yeah.
On the other part also. So 4x will give us x minus 5, right?
Yeah.
Now, what is common to the second part? X minus 5. What's the factor that can divide both sides? X minus 5.
1. 1.
That is plus 1, and we are going to have x minus 5. Don't
Yeah.
forget to put your equal to 0 because we are dealing with equation, not an expression.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now we can now move further by writing out these factors as 4x plus 1 in a single bracket, also x minus 5 in another bracket. Equate them to 0. Now, if you are to factorize, you have to stop at this point if you are factorizing. But now we are solving. So we take it a step further, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how do we do that? We equate each of the expression in the bracket to 0 by saying 4x plus 1 equal to 0 or x minus 5 equal to 0. Now, in doing this, we are going to have 4x will be equal to minus 1 or x will be equal to 5. Hope that is clear, right?
Yeah.
So on this part, we can say x will be equal to -1/4. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And we're going to have x equal to 5. So our final answer will be x equal to -1/4 or 5.
That makes
So
sense.
this will be our final answer. I want to believe that is very clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me move it also that you can. Now this particular one is a bit simpler than the first one that we did. Let's just factorize the expression by having 2 outside the bracket. 2 is common to both sides, so you can have 2x squared minus 49. But what is in the bracket already, x squared minus 49, can as well be re-expressed as since the square root of x squared is x and square root of 49 is plus or minus 7. So we can have x minus 7 and
Yeah.
x plus 7. So this gives us the solution. It's as simple as that. So first thing to do is to multiply the coefficient of x squared by the constant 10. So we are going to have 3 multiplied by 10, and that will give us 30.
Yeah.
Now we look for the factor of 30 that we can add together that will give us plus 17. Factor of 2 plus 30, that will give
Yeah.
us plus 17. So what are those factors?
15 and 2.
That should be 2 and 15.
I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, yeah, 2 and 15.
15. Yeah. Either way, it's to be 15 and 2 or 2 and 15 is still the same thing. So
Okay.
we are replacing this 17x plus 17x with these two numbers, which is 2 and 15. That is what we are going to do. Okay? So we are
Yeah.
going to rewrite the equation as 3x squared plus 15x plus 2x plus 10 equal to 0. So we are going to factorize by parts. So the first part is having 3x squared plus 15x. So what would be the factor that will be outside the bracket there?
3x.
3x. And inside the bracket, we are left with what?
X.
X plus 5, right?
Yeah.
Now for the other part, we are going to have 2 as a factor, and we have x plus 5 as well. Since we have x plus 5 and x plus 5 in the bracket, you are going to just pick one of them and pick what is outside the bracket, that is 3x plus 2 and x plus 5 equal to 0. So we go further by equating each of these expressions to 0. So 3x plus 2 equal to 0, or x plus 5 equal to 0. So by doing so, we can have a 3x equal to minus 2, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Hello,
watching
are
you,
you
sir.
following?
Yeah.
And it's clear, right? So here we can have x equal to minus 5 as well. For the first part, we can now have our x dividing both sides by 3. So our x is minus 2 over 3 or minus 5. So this would be our final answer here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I write this down?
All right. We have 2x squared plus 13xy plus 15y squared. Now, as usual, we multiply the coefficient of x squared by the coefficient of y squared that is in position of a constant in the initial questions we solved. So in doing that, 2 multiplied by 15 will give us 30. So we look for the factor of 30 that we can add together. That will give us 13, and that should be 3 and 10. When you multiply 3 plus 3 and plus 10, you have plus 30. When you add them, you have plus 13. So let's use this 3 and 10 to replace 13 in this expression. Therefore, the expression becomes 2x squared plus 10xy plus 3xy plus 15y squared. So factorizing each part separately, we are going to have 2x in this place, and that will be x plus 10y. Sorry, that will be x plus 5y. And for this aspect, we can factorize out 3y, and we're going to have x plus 5y as well. And separating them, since we have x plus 5y and x plus 5y in the two brackets, we are going for just one of them. So we are going to have a 2x plus 3y into bracket x plus 5y, and this is the answer for the factorization of 2x squared plus 13xy plus 15y squared.